Tony alert!
We were actually talking about like constrictor snakes and stuff, like actually wrecking people's arms at work.
Really?
In a lot of like, yeah, I've seen, I guess, I don't know if they're zookeepers or just handlers or whatever, and it goes wrong. I've seen videos of that.
Well,
Did you see Prometheus?
No.
Actually, yes. That's one of the few movies I have seen.
I'm shocked.
Do you remember the bit where the guy gets his arm wrecked by the hammerpede thing?
No.
No. I spent months working on that.
I'm getting some gold so I can get that designer outfit I wanted. Do you believe that love is blind?
They made a show about that.
Yes. But, okay. Then do you believe in soulmates?
Do you believe in souls?
Do you think there's only one person per person in the world?
No.
I don't either. Because lots of people get married 2, 3, 4 times.
That is true.
Yes.
Even more if you believe in polygamy?
Polygamy, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is anyone watching any polygamous shows on TV? Because I am. And they are wild.
So I'm gonna say that love, it can be blind,
Okay.
but not that it is.
Okay.
But like, I think honestly, like, common sense people would tell you that it's important to have a mix of, both things. You do need some attraction. You do need some, relatability. Relatability. Yeah, like, is there one person for everybody, like, soulmate wise? No, I don't think so. I think you kind of have like a gradient of people you're probably compatible with, and I think I just like, I hit like in the top, like, 99 percentile with Maddie.
Ah, that's nice.
Which is nice, but she could probably do better than me.
Wow.
Does compatibility go both ways?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna say yes, right? You can be compatible with somebody who's not compatible with you, right?
Yeah.
It's like plugging HDMI into DisplayPort.
Sure. Are you familiar with love languages?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was going to say, what's your love language?
I have to look up what they are. What's it?
Physical
Okay.
touch.
Acts of service.
Right. So, like, you can do things that your partner likes, but they might not do things that you like.
Yes.
Right. So, just so everyone knows, there's 5 of them. So, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
I didn't realize you were extracting.
Are we extracting?
Oh,
Oh yeah, Maddie and I are just chilling in the pod.
Sorry.
Oh, dear me.
So, what is everyone's love language? Or do you have a mix of them?
I feel like usually you have 2 that are dominant, right?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Mine is acts of service. That's it. Period. The end. And does it change over time?
Maybe as you mature.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yes.
Gary Chapman created the 5 love languages.
Interesting. Wonder how many times he's been divorced, so he figured it out.
He is a Baptist minister.
Interesting. Okay, you guys didn't answer yours. Mine's acts of service, for sure.
I answered mine. Physical touch.
Rob, Maddie?
Maddie's is acts of service.
Wow, no, it's not.
Let
Yes,
Maddie
it is.
answer. Why don't you let me, Maddie answer herself?
I'm quoting
Maddie?
you.
Ah.
I'm looking at the list.
You're not allowed to say all of them.
Wow. I think quality time, and I think yours is words of affirmation.
Mine?
Yep. Am I correct?
I mean, it's either that or physical touch. I
Or
need
that.
hugs and to be told that I'm a good boy.
That is words of affirmation.
Oh, Rob, come by. I'll do that for you on the weekend.
Do you know what the Kinsey scale is?
No.
Now I Google.
That's the spectrum of whether you're straight or gay.
Oh.
And the Kinsey scale goes from 1 to 7, with 1 being straight and 7 being gay. And the idea being that because it's a spectrum, no one is either completely straight or completely gay.
Interesting. I haven't heard of this.
So, I take issue with this because arrays should start at 0.
Well, it's not an array. It's That's the point of it.
Now-
So I think it's interesting because I think it implies that, you know, if there's 8 billion people on the planet, you could be the straightest person on the planet. There's probably another guy out there or another girl out there for you.
That's true.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I like your mother did.
I was just gonna say.
Well, that's just rude, eh?
It's interesting, like the fossils are huge, but you just put them in your
Mom's huge.
pocket. Oh wow.
Where's the boss?
Like with the like the gems and stuff are big, so you're slow when you carry them, but not with the fossils. It's interesting. Design choice.
Alright, we got all the Korok seeds from Legend of Zelda. I hope we get a poop in return.
Korok seeds.
You mean the fossils?
No, the seeds from that thing we killed.
Oh, the weed. The weedy boy.
You guys remember that?
What?
When in Breath of the Wild you got all the collectibles, your reward at the end was like a golden turd.
What?
It was like a golden poop.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Were you happy with that?
I never did it. I thought like I'm always ready to have an argument about how Breath of the Wild is not a great game. But nobody here is like privy to defend it.
I'm not a 10-year-old.
Yeah. We need a Zelda fanboy to come in here so I can
Can actually you?
yes.
I've been watching a lot of this one YouTube channel recently where they play shitty games, and every single episode they say, "I bet this is someone's favorite game."
Is it called The Angry Video Game Nerd?
No, I'm completely blanking on the name of the channel. They do a ton of licensed games, like movie-based games and TV show-based
Oh,
games.
dude, those are like all terrible.
Yep.
So that's yeah. I know we've had the discussion. I think we've had the discussion before about good video game movie adaptions. Have there been any good games based on movies?
Not the recent Mario thing. No, absolutely not.
I remember one Christmas, my brothers saw the video game, and now I'm curious.
I was going to ask you about that, actually.
I have been meaning to look it up. I remember walking downstairs while they were playing it Christmas morning and being terrified.
They're very okay.
There's more than one?
There are 2.
Oh.
Do they still have them, Maddie?
Chase probably does.
I wonder if they're on Steam.
I don't remember what system it was for.
It's definitely on
Probably-
PC.
Or, no, they didn't have PC. I wonder if it was the PlayStation.
Oh, I'm sure it
PlayStation
was. It would have been PlayStation 3, but I mean, it would have been PC as well, for sure.
2. Right.
PS3, eh? They were that recent?
It was
Whoa.
Unreal 3,
Oh.
same as Killing Floor 2.
Huh.
That's interesting. I would have thought a lot older than that.
Yeah, me too. Yo, I actually, for the first time, just used that pipe grinding for its intended purpose.
You've
What?
not used it
To
before.
come back?
Like I held the big green thing that you can't run with, and then I rode the pipe
Oh.
all the way back to the pod to put it
yep.
in.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever done that before. I remember the Shrek 2 game being pretty fun.
Oh, that's what we're talking about, yeah. I was going to say Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2. Oh man, is that the one where you play as? Well, I'm assuming it's the one you play as Buzz, right?
Yep.
Because that's the whole thing. And you start off in the house in the crib,
Yep.
and you gotta look for all the upgrades and shit. And there's the robot in the attic that you fight. Yeah, okay, that was a pretty good game actually.
Yep.
Okay, so there's at least 2.
I had a lot of fun with the Little Mermaid video game growing up.
Oh.
Didn't know there was one.
There were a few. I had a Game Boy one, and then there was one on the computer.
The Aladdin game on Super Nintendo was fantastic.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that one actually.
It was a really solid 2D platformer.
Has AVGN touched it?
No.
Because it's not shitty, that's why.
Right. Everyone always talks about how hard the Lion King game was, and I never played that one.
So that's interesting. So it's really like I guess it's just the other way that like no that yeah because there's all those LJN games that are just
If you're making a game to cash in, the chances of it being good are going to be shit.
Yeah, the chances are it being by LJN are pretty high.
That's just for like the 80s though, right?
Probably, yeah. I don't even know. Are they still around?
Maybe as some, part of some other conglomerate.
I just remember like the whole thing where you see that rainbow on the cartridge and you're just like, oh shit. What is the best, worst game you've ever played? I realize that's very hard to quantify.
It's just something I need to think about. I feel like there are so many games I've really enjoyed that I've never recommend to anyone.
I remember I had a green eggs and ham game that was really fun.
Oh,
How do you make a game out of that?
There was a lot of like exploring. So each page, I guess, of the book, they would read it, and then you could explore the little world that they drew, and there'd be ridiculous things and little mini games. I don't know. It was really good. It was really fun.
I think the best, worst game, or kind of considered to be a bad game that I actually like enjoyed, is probably Friday the 13th on the NES.
Okay.
is that with the guy in the cottages?
Yeah,
Yes, I enjoyed that. Yeah.
it's like very obtuse, but like, you know, you can say that about a lot of games, I guess. So it's like once you kind of know what you're doing, it's actually like semi-enjoyable. I even used the Jason alarm from that game in a song.
I'm gonna have to look at my Steam library or something.
It's a very hard thing to kind of quantify, I guess, because like, you know, obviously like what is a shitty game? That in itself is already subjective, but then you're adding kind of another layer to it.
Hooked on You. I don't know. Did you enjoy Hooked on You?
I don't think anybody would say that's a shitty game though. Like actively bad. It's more of just like a visual novel, right? Whereas I think a lot of people would say the Friday the 13th game is actively not a good game.
It's like different colors. Like you open all those cupboards, and there's different colored foods, and then they make the rhyme out of it.
I see. So it's an educational game.
Yes, and
I mean,
and Sam
that
or
makes
whatever
sense.
his name was, just annoyed the hell out of the other guy the whole time. It was great.
Sam he is, Maddie. Sam he is.
Sam I am.
Yes. Yo, also Chris, I wanted to ask, what am I looking at in that picture that you posted?
Oh, because I keep talking about games having an identity.
Yes.
That's apparently Modern Warfare's identity.
Like, I don't even know what
Frog
that
people?
It looks like Grimace or something.
I don't know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You got Grimace there, you know, the Hamburglar's gonna be in. You're gonna be fighting, you know, Ronald's running around with his gun ready to McFuck you up.
Rayman M was a game that I was probably too young to realize was bad, and I really enjoyed it.
Rayman M.
They took the, 3D platformer of Rayman and turned it into a multiplayer arena combat game.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
Probably a lot of my Game Boy games, because like I didn't know anything about them, and I just picked them up and be like, this looks cool, and then I would just play them and think I had a great time. Were they good? I don't know. I had a Rugrats game.
Oh, I'm riding the pod.
Oh,
Do you think I'll
can
die?
you do that?
What are
You'll
you
hit
doing?
your head off the roof.
Oh, it just phases through the ceiling without you.
Wow.
Lame. Chris, are you a fan of the Rabbids?
No,
Me neither.
I don't understand how I got the impression from the Rabbids that they were more popular than they actually are.
And do you like that that's now like
Oh, you have to
Rayman
go,
is
oh.
now like cursed with that forever?
Yeah.
Like it's the big selling thing now.
Oh, it's
like
right here.
Is it like Rainbow Six Extraction had a Rabbids? Or am I thinking of a different game?
My guy yelled
It-
first.
Yeah,
I
he was
don't know.
first.
Was it a Rabbid?
I remember us playing an Ubisoft game relatively recently, and you looked in a pipe and there was a rabbit in there.
Yeah, that was.
That sounds familiar.
That definitely was Extraction. I don't remember it being a Rabbid though.
I'm sure it
Take your
was.
sweet time, old lady. I've got all day.